And we are recording. So good morning. All right, let's get started with this morning's Qigong class, and we'll kind of review a few things. So you kind of see. So as you start any Qigong class, there's a few things that your kind of principles, concepts that you want to be able to utilize, work with. First is there's going to be things that kind of just activate your awareness and activate. It's called activating your chi, but it is your kind of in waking up nerve endings, making your body alive, feeling the energy in your body. So you have certain movements that are going to be activating. So you just begin to feel what's in your body and what's in your heart. Then you're also going to have stretches so that it'll elongate ligaments, tendons, muscles, and then the flow themselves. And then the standing postures that we'll do are also designed to help you connect. So all of those pieces get put into a Qigong flow, into a Qigong class, in order to make it holistic and well balanced. What I do with these Qigong is just that. It is meant to be a holistic way of harmonizing your energy, merging spirit, soul, body together, kind of as a meditative flow, which I can see if somebody else. So initially, we're just going to use this. Take your fist and down your center, back up. All the time, you want to be breathing in nice and deep. Good diaphragmatic breathing. Down into the hip flexors. Come down the outside, up the inside of the arm, over the shoulders. And just shake it out. Now, as we begin to move, then there's a few things as we kind of grow in this practice to pay attention to. The entire time we want to be doing this deep diaphragmatic breathing, where we're really breathing into our belly and creating pressure, not just to the front, but also kind of to the sides. I did a video on breathing and deep breathing. And so if you want to use that deep diaphragmatic breathing, you can put your hands to the side, just under your ribs, and you should be able to breathe, pushing your diaphragm out and down, and feel your hands expand. That's the kind of breath that you want with this. So right now, we're going to start out with wave breathing. So I want you to put one hand just below your navel, another on your chest. And as you breathe in, expand your belly first, rib cage, and then you can lift your head a little bit and just top it off up to your chest level. And then reverse, empty chest, rib cage, belly. One more time. Focus on your breath. Focus on the feeling of the air, the energy, as if you're breathing, bringing energy in and storing it down below your navel. So as you breathe that air in, imagine you've got a ball of energy that you're building just below your navel, kind of back towards your spine. Right? You're at the center of your mass. Now, both hands down. So you're covering lower dantian, belly button's here, about 2 inches below. Put your palm And imagine you've got a ball of energy that you're breathing into, and you're just rotating, spinning. You're connecting with that energy. It exists. You're building it. You're becoming more aware of it. Opposite way. Ah, there you are, Charles.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
All right. You can see me, hear me now?
I can see and hear you clearly, Renshi.
Okay, good.
All right.
All right. So we just get started with this. So we'll kind of just, what, were you able to hear anything from before?
No, not before. What happened is that I changed browsers.
Okay. All right. So when we get started, then I just want to have both hands. Let your bones settle. So your feet are, let me turn one of these off here. All right. All right. You may have to unto your speaker, so we're not going to quite feedback. So when we get started, what I was saying is that you want to break with this. And I don't want to put you on mute.
Okay.
All right, can you still hear me? Yes? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, fantastic. All right. All right. So when we get started with the Qigong practice, then there's a few concepts and that we want to make sure we're including. One is going to be basis called activation of your chi, of your energy. And a lot of that is more getting used to it, becoming more aware of energy, waking up nerve endings, which is why we're like knocking on our body and slapping it. As you kind of wake up nerve endings, get the brain and body together. You also want to be able to have which is why we're doing some of this. Your elongate ligaments. And then of course and then we also have initially we just get in touch with ourselves. More dynamic action than these flows. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Getting feedback. I'm going to mute you on my end again.
Okay.
As long as you can still hear me, I can still hear that. All right. So just take your fist, kind of knock on your sternum. You can come down the center line, come back up. And all the time you're doing this, breathe deep into your diaphragm. And down to your hip flexors, on in here. Come back up. Tap down the outside of your arm, up the inside. Cross your shoulders. Other side. And down the outside, up the inside, over the shoulders. One more time. Come down, you kind of hit across the glutes, back, and your legs. Then bring it to a close. Now just stand. Obviously, you've been exciting your nerve endings. They're sending signals to your brain. Feel that. Feel the tingling, feel the rush in their body. Deep breathing. And when you use that deep breathing, I did a video on breath work on some deep breathing the other day. You want to push into not just out, but also down and create this kind of 380 degrees on your diaphragm. So you start, if you put your hands just underneath your rib cage, you should be able to breathe out. And so I'm going to take air in. I'm pushing down in diaphragm, so it not only expands forward, but out to the side. So I should be able to feel my ribs. That's the kind of pressure you want. So I can feel that my ribs begin to move. Now, when you're doing that breath, this is called wave breathing. So put one hand down on your abdomen, just a little bit below your navel, the other one up in your chest. And when you breathe, you want to push your hand out. Try and push your rib cage out. And that takes some work to do because there's muscles that we don't use a whole lot unless we've been doing this deep diaphragm and breathing. And fill up to your chest. So you want this good inhale of air. Hold it for one beat and then let go in reverse. Empty the top of your chest, rib cage, abdomen, and repeat. Inhale, rib cage, upper chest, hold for a beat, exhale. One more time. Now, the more that you get accustomed, before they get accustomed to any of these movements, at first, obviously, the learning process, you have to think about what you're doing. You're engaged in the thought, am I doing this correctly? How does it feel? All that's good. Eventually, I want you just to let all that go and then just be in harmony, be in tune with your mind, heart, body, and breath so that you're fully present moment while you're feeling all this and you're putting your energy in. Now, when I breathe in, I want you to have your hands up over your abdomen again, and I'm just going to do a circle. Imagine you've got a ball of energy in your abdomen, center of your body towards your spine. I breathe into that. And just imagine that ball of energy just rolling inside. Other way. Stand and gather energy. Just be present and feel. When the mind starts to wander, as it often does when you first get started, just remind yourself to be here now. Now, feet are right about shoulder width apart. I want you to gather. This is the inhale. Bring palms up, facing up. As you get to the crown of your head, turn your palms over and press up. This is still on the inhale. Turn. And I just want you to scan your body, your mind with your palms. Gather. Turn palms down. Exhale. As I exhale, I feel the crown of my head, forehead, throat, heart, solar plex. lower dantian, root chakra, which is right at tailbone, coccyx, move up. Breathe in. I turn the palms up, and you'll feel a little bit of torque here as I press up, but it's not the torque. I just want to push, as if my palms, I'm pushing something up. And then on the exhale, I just feel the energy in my body and my palms resonate together. There's different visualizations you can do depending upon what you want to focus on that day. Sometimes when I do this, I'm breathing in and I'm sending all my energy down this lower dantian. So as I'm breathing in, imagine I'm just breathing in. I'm breathing in through points in my lungs. So all this is if I'm doing this full body breathing, or I'm breathing in through, you'll hear me talk about breathing through certain gates, palms, soles of my feet, top of my head. And just imagine, obviously what you're doing is you're breathing in on a physical level into your lungs, but I want you to imagine that you are absorbing the energy that's around you, either sinking it into your being or breathing in the good, the fresh, getting rid of the bad or the old. Okay, so you're going to have breathe in, breath, exhale, scan my body. Now we're going to change this. And now we're going to go heaven and earth. So coil up. I like a little bit of pump on my legs. As I'm coiling this up, this hand's pressing down. So my thumb is towards my, towards my navel, a little bit below. The ridge hand is facing out. I've got a little bit of tension that's hidden here. This coils up and I'm pressing straight up and I'm leaning a little bit. I want to open this side of my rib cage and fascia as I breathe in on the press. Exhale on the way down, come up center line. Rest. Inhale, and I should feel a stretch. Down. Exhale. Inhale, press. Just be centered. Just feel your body. Feel your mind. One more time. Come down, stand. Breathe in. Out. One more time. Now, this one, the feet are still placed going forward. I'm going to turn. One palm is going to press, and my thumb and my little finger are pressed out a little bit. So I have a little bit. So I have this concave feeling that's right here. My focus is in that palm. As I extend out, I extend from my shoulder, lengthening into the elbow, lengthening into the wrist, into the fingers. This hand's going to move back. So this is my exhale. Inhale, come the other way. Exhale. to inhale, and then I can look over my shoulder for more of a stretch. Focusing on my lower dantian, breathing into the lower dantian, and then imagine that energy going up my spine, out my limbs. So it goes out as I twist. It's good for spinal health. The pump, my legs, gather energy. Send it. So I'm breathing in the lower dantian as I'm expressing, pushing out. I'm sending energy up my spine, out my arms. 2 more times. Inhale, press. Inhale, press, and exhale. All right, come back to center. Now, open your feet. And now we're going to continue the same. Press. Now from a little bit wider stance, you'll feel this as you sit more into horse. And as I move up, I'm gathering this energy, sending it here. Breathe into dantian. As I do my exhale, I'm sending the energy up both from lower dantian as well as my feet. We'll just get this feeling of being connected. Heart and mind, breath and body. One more time. All right, bring it center. Now this is just knocking on the door of life. We've done this a lot with our warm-ups. I'm going to shift and my shoulders and hips stay in harmony. So that actually is what helps create the arm movements. They're nice and relaxed as if I'm moving through energy and water. The twist of my hips and shoulders is what brings the arm around. And I want to knock on my lumbar region. Ming Ming, door of life, it's also called. I also like hitting up and towards this lung one area. So nothing's forced. With any of this, if you feel tension in your body, let it go. If I feel tension in my mind, let it go. All right, slow it down. Now just let your fingers move through air, relax. Your shoulders should be down. Tailbone tucked slightly in. Good deep breaths. Nice and relaxed. If I feel tension in my shoulders, my scapula, let it go. Come back to center. Now, gather energy up. Press way back. Come forward on the exhale. And now I just want you to stop. And now you're just going to hang here, relax. Notice as you breathe in, and on that exhale, you can actually, your intent is to go towards the floor, and you'd be amazed how much your body just relaxes. without tension. Just let your body relax. Now I want you to breathe up, bend your knees, tuck your tailbone in a little bit. You kind of roll your spine up. Breathe in. Inhale, stretch back. So you're opening and stretching up the lines in your front torso. As you exhale, come forward, bend at the waist, come down, roll up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Exhale. Inhale. Use that inhale to roll the spine up. Stretch it out. Exhale. One more time. Walk the feet in. Deep breaths. Centered. All right, I want you to take your left. You're going to extend your right hand, pressing as if you were pressing through your middle finger towards 45 degrees towards the floor. And then try and put your left ear on your shoulder. You're looking for that stretch. And you can rotate your head down to center and back. You're pushing through kind of your middle finger. Dropping your shoulders. If you feel your shoulders raised, drop them and press. Other side. Left hand goes out. 45 degrees, 30 degrees, pointing towards the floor. Getting a good stretch in the neck. Take your hands, your palms, put them together. You can take this as high as you're flexible or as low as you're flexible. The same thing, just rotate. Breathe in. Breathe out. You're looking for that stretch. Now, sometimes if I'm pushing, say, to my left shoulder and I feel a pull on my right, which for me is tighter, then I will push down on the shoulder, maximize that stretch. Okay, let it go. All right. Now, arms come up and then just let it go. So this is the inhale, exhale. Pump the legs. Breathe in, out. Breathing in energy, expelling everything. Feel your body relax. So when I come up, I can feel almost my spine in a wave whipping action. It comes out my elbows, shoulders, just nice and relaxed. One more time. Stand, one hand over Dantian, other that hand. Just feel, be in the moment, present. Now, this is as if we're snapping laundry. Just nice flow. So when everything nice and relaxed, and I feel this pump in my legs as I raise up my shoulders to elbows to wrist to fingers. A light whipping action, nothing hard, nothing strenuous. You want to look at that as a measure of relaxation. Get the body just to relax. One more time. 9. Bounce. Quite therapeutic. So if you're bouncing on the balls of your feet, you're just letting everything relax. Massages internal organs, kind of shows you where you might be tense. Funny thing is, sometimes you don't know you're tense until it releases. But then you'll always feel that when that tension is not there later. Okay, bring it down. All right, now as we go into our flow, the first one we'll work on is going to be for the lungs. So as we come in, so exhale. As an inhale, I'm going to put my index finger and thumb together, and I'm going to roll out. Inhale, exhale, bring them in. You kind of collapse the chest a little bit. My thumb and forefinger are still together. As I exhale, I clear that out. Turn palms over. Thumb and forefinger again. With the inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Eventually, you just want to get so you feel loose, no tension in the spine, in the hips. And you kind of get this dragging back, this wave. And remember, the movements match your breath. Inhale. This is the exhale. Inhale until I'm full. Exhale. One more time. Now, keep the finger, the index finger and the thumb together, down as if you're holding a bowl. At first, I just want you to stand here and feel. You can feel your body, feel the tension go, see where you may have tension, just put your awareness on it. And often that's enough just to let it go. If I feel tension, if it doesn't immediately let go, then I'll just remind it. Let go, be at peace, be here now. Now, as you stand in this posture, imagine you're breathing deep into your dantian. So imagine I'm breathing energy in. I'm letting it roll on my lower dantian abdomen. I'm sending it up my spine, around. My tongue is on the inside of the roof of my mouth. Inhale. Then I send that energy. The loop goes by your perineum, which direct to the genitals and the anus. And then as you exhale, lead that energy up your spine, across your head. As it comes to your nose, inhale, bring it down, mix it, send it back up. So that's what we're doing in this part while we're standing here. You can't push energy, but you can lead your chi. So with my mind, I'll lead it up my spine. Tuck your chin a little bit. You'll begin to feel if there's areas where it seems to get blocked. Just continue to lead it past. We'll put your awareness on those blockages later, and they'll undo as well. If your mind starts to wander, I just remind myself to go deeper or be here now. I'm also just letting my body stand and making sure there's no tension anywhere in my body other than what it needs to hold up. All right, let's bring that down. So we just worked lungs. Now we're going to go into kidneys. So one hand for this goes behind your back. The other hand, and you can spread your feet out a little bit if you wish. This hand's going to come down as if I'm scooping up energy. So this is the inhale. I bend at the waist. As I come up, I like to extend once again from my rib cage, my shoulders, forearms, and then I just bring it across. This is the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Imagine I'm scooping up energy, or that my arm is already energized. I can either imagine that energy pouring down my arm into my kidney. I also just, for me, my arm is just full of energy. It's electric. You want to be nice and loose and relaxed. Inhale. And then exhale. As I get less tense, then I'll feel this movement. It really originates, of course, out of my heel, my hip, pull. None of this is done with any tension. Just pay attention to the energy in your body, to the structure. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now, instead of bending at the waist, just keep it at elbow level. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You want to feel that kinetic chain in your movements, where your whole body is working together. Be in tune to feel the weight shifts that make the movements happen or make the movements more efficient. But be present with mind, heart, breath, and body. All right. Now come in really tight. Breathe in, and you're going to have two fingers sticking out as if you're making like, well, two-finger sword. I want you to stand. I just want you to imagine energy moving through your lower dantian. One more breath. Exhale. Switch sides. Now my left hand goes behind. Right hand, scoop down. Exhale. Bend at the waist. Scoop. Stay centered. Mind, heart, breath, and body. All right, now just at the elbow. This helps with kidney energy. We'll add in colors because these movements are a little more novel. We'll add in colors and sound another session. One more time. Now coil in, 2 fingers out, and stand and just absorb. There's different visualizations you can do at each of these standing. But this one, because of where it's located, also with your second, the sacral chakra, I imagine I've got energy moving through from, say, back to front, moving out through me, through the sacral chakra, focus coming through my fingers. Or I could just imagine I've got that energy just building and rolling from my lower dantian. One more breath. All right, now we're going to move into more of liver and wood. And for this flow, we're going to bend the knees a little bit, turn, one palm facing up and out, one palm facing back. Now, liver is also liver meridian and gallbladder are paired together. The gallbladder kind of starts, comes down around the ears, back of the head, goes back around and rolls down and kind of mirrors a little bit of in this section of your torso. The liver just a little bit farther back. So as I'm coming through, imagine I'm clearing energy out of my head. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Remember, I want the flow, but I really want that breath. So I'm inhaling deep, pushing out to the sides. Exhale, clearing energy out of my head. This movement also helps compress into liver, massages internal organs. Two more times. 1, 2. Now, come forward. So your feet are going to be just under your shoulders. You're going to have standing like a tree, Sanchuang. So my thumbs are in, palms are turned in about a 30-degree or so. I want to imagine right now, one visualization for today could be I imagine breathing in to that ball of chi on the inhale. As I exhale, I send it up my spine, around my hands, through my palms. So I'm creating this circle of energy. And I'm just feeling it move and resonate. If you don't feel it at first, give it that no less than 30 days, but a 90-day run to see if you don't start feeling something else, something more. For some, I will almost always feel a heat, tingling, condensation. It's kind of sweat will pop up in my palms. I'll feel it within my arms. Whole body begins to get very warm. Now, shift your weight into your right foot. Extend a little bit of your left hand, and you're going to just point towards the palm with your right finger, index finger, point towards the palm of your left hand. Come back to center. Deep breath. Exhale. Shift to your left leg. Extend a little bit more of your right and point with your left index finger to your palm. Shoulders are down. Elbows flared out a little bit. Breathe into my dantian. Exhale up my spine. Cross my arms. Leading to my palms and finger. One of the first harmonies is mind and heart. So you're fully focused and present. Second is the mind leads the chi. So mind leads energy, your awareness, and then harnessing of that energy. Then chi into power, ability. Come back to center. Bring it down. All right, so we went from lungs, we went to kidneys, to liver. Now we'll move into heart. So with heart, a little bit different from this flow. As I come up, this hand, similar in some of our martial stuff, rolls out. So it comes up with a twist, comes out. As it raises, this hand pushes through. So this is the exhale. The inhale, my left hand is going to turn and right hand's going to point towards the elbow. And this hand is going to come down and press out. This hand is going to just rise up. So in, out. I like a little bit of pump on the leg, so I bring on, I'm contracting, expanding. Little pump on my knees, in, out. This presses. I'm leading, once again, shoulder, elongating through that shoulder joint, elongating tendons into the elbow, wanting to elongate that elbow joint into the forearm, elongate that wrist. My thumb and little finger are still concave, but I can press through the fingers. Come back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Your standing posture, feet forward, bend your knees, bring your hands in a triangle about heart level. So my shoulders are down, breathing deep. Practice this tuck just a little bit. Deepen the diaphragm. Now, the visualization, the meditation on this can be a number of things. I'm often, depending upon what I feel, sometimes I'm just bringing in energy. I'm imagining there's a light shining into my chest, filling my heart and this heart chakra, and also filling my palms. So that I'm breathing in through my palms, breathing in through my feet, into the dantian. Imagine I'm breathing into my heart, my lower dantian. Basically, just kind of breathe. Imagine I'm taking in energy through my palms and my feet from the earth, sinking it into my dantian, and then letting it settle deep inside with the exhale. One more breath. All right. Now we come into the last of the internal organs, stomach and spleen. So with this, we inhale, gather, take it up by stomach and spleen, and this is the exhale. Inhale, I can change sides, exhale. Scoop, inhale, exhale. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Two more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Once you get that good full breath, exhale, empty it out completely. Now, for earth, palms down, shoulders down, elbows at your side, palms facing, so same thing. I want a little extension between thumb and little finger. And now I'm just going to breathe in as we did before. So with this session, we're kind of focusing on breathing in through the palms and the soles of my feet, gathering energy. With this, you can also add, imagine as I breathe in, energy coming down to the crown of my head. So all of this begins to feel, the body will never go where the mind hasn't gone first. So we kind of set this up with the visualization. And you should start to feel, some people start to feel it immediately, some take a little bit longer, but it's always being kind of that good cynic that I have to prove everything. So there is a willing suspension of disbelief that says, okay, I'm going to imagine this. And what's funny is it may seem psychosomatic at first, but then it becomes very real. Breathing in, top of my head, through my palms, bringing earth energy in. Earth energy grounds, stabilizes. Breathe it in through the soles of my feet. For the purposes of today and the exhale with these, we're just going to pack, as I'm going to breathe all the energy into the dantian. Then I'm just going to imagine it packs in with that rolling ball of energy that you have forming there. 2 more breaths. All right. Now, as we close out, similar as we did with the lungs, we breathe in, gather it all up, come back to center. Then as you come in, just scan your body. Feel where it resonates between the palms of your hands and in your body. Other side, gather. Extend those arms. Gather. Still relaxed, not stressing anything. Dip the knees. Extend. I have the palms facing towards me. Feeling the resonation. 2 more times. 1, 2. And then just bring the hands back over the dantian and just be present. See how you feel in your heart, your mind, your body. You feel the energy vibrations, nerve endings. Still deep, relaxed breathing. You want to be relaxed so you feel the pulse of your heart. You can feel the pulse in different areas of your body. And thank you. Let me grab my coffee. Let's talk. So any questions, comments, anything?
I don't have any questions, Rinchi. I'm going to practice this some more. I'm telling you, there were points where I felt some sensation.
Good.
So I think this is going to even, and you know, I even feel my heart rate has slowed down now.
Perfect. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yes, very nice.
It's one of the initial benefits, especially for those of us that sometimes kind of stay a little bit keyed up.
Right.
And that's where like the deep breathing, the meditation, and this Qigong, you know, I was a meditator for a long time, but sometimes bringing it out into action in the world, obviously, you know, with our business and life, sometimes it gets a little challenging. The deep breathing and the Qigong and the movement, one of the initial benefits for me was just that more of a calm demeanor. I noticed that my internal stress levels have been greatly reduced. My blood pressure came down. You know, and you just, you know, you really, it creates this kind of chilling effect that you just can. And that deep breathing, I will, you know, the more I have done that, the more I stay calm in situations that, you know, would have gotten me at least internally riled, which is my barometer. I'm told that there's times when I project calm, but sometimes it's not as calm on the inside. The use of Qigong and the meditation has always provided that, also that calm in situations that were, you know, a little stressful. As it builds from there, then it'll build more through your body, but also into mind, emotions.
Okay.
And so it's, I always say, kind of be a healthy critic, healthy cynic.
Yeah.
I don't ever take just what somebody says, but try it out. And there's always that willing suspension of disbelief where you have to say, okay, in order to really give this a shot, I kind of need to lean into what they're saying, the principles, to see if it works.
Right.
And that's the way I've always been with everything. They said, okay,
Okay.
I'll lean into it. I'll give it 30 to 90 days. Those are the 2 cycles that I seem to have with me personally. If I really want to give it a go, I'll give it like a 90-day cycle. And that way it's very much ingrained, into habit. And I'll look and see, okay, am I getting the results that I thought that I should? Other times it may just be like a 30-day, but even that is enough to create habit and create understanding. Now, sometimes I've gotten into some things and I go, I'm just not feeling this. And I'll move on to something else. I put it on a shelf. I don't say it didn't work. I just kind of went, okay, I may not have been ready. I may not have understood. There could be any number of factors, but I just said, other people are getting benefit. That wasn't for me at this time. Now, I also have been known to come back to some of those things years later and do them again and go, wow, why didn't I catch this? But obviously I had grown to a point in my understanding that now I could begin to utilize some of these things. But if it has an effect, whether it's just calming, more centered, that's perfect. This is all designed to be more holistic in healing rather than, martial. As PJ and I were talking, it has very much a martial benefit as well. But for me, this is more the life and living side of things. This is all right, just being more connected, being more present. How can I enjoy a higher level of quality of life? That's what this does. So.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. I think for the next time I have resolved these technical difficulties
Okay.
on my end. So I'll definitely be getting on here a lot easier the next time.
Cool. Good. It's learning every day's learning day, man. We will figure this stuff out. All right, my friend. Congratulations again for the other weekend. You at your testing, you looked awesome. So
thank you so much. I appreciate that, Rinshi.
Yeah. I mean, you were smooth, you were centered and balanced, you had knowledge and you displayed it, you used it. And just watching you move, that was, I see that structure being built in, but also the relaxation, so that now you're beginning to move, without having to think about it. It's more built in. And like I said, the knowledge and what you displayed was a good number of those series going well past what you needed. That was impressive. Thank you. So,
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Absolutely. If there's anything else, we'll close out this call.
Okay, Rinshi. You have a great weekend.
You too.
All right.